If you can't find the answers you're looking for in the real world, maybe it's time to start looking somewhere else. Tonight on Barely Normal, caught on camera. Supernatural powers. Magic. Voodoo. Wizardry. Witchcraft. Not one of them can even begin to compare to the oldest and most widely known curse on planet Earth. The curse of deceit. Aspiring pop singers use electronic pitch shifting devices to make themselves sound better than their peers. Professional competitive bicyclists use illegal drugs to cheat their opponents out of trophies. Trusted elected officials make lucrative secret deals with foreign adversaries to line their pockets. And paranormal investigators use flashy magic 8-balls to convince very troubled people that they made the right decision by spending their money on a ghost hunt instead of a therapist. Each and every one of them ended up meeting the same fate. They lost their dignity. Their integrity. And their sanity. All at the same time. Is it merely coincidence? Or is it the curse of deceit? Find out tonight on Barely Normal, caught on camera.
It's very well known and has been documented for millennia that the curse of deceit is a curse that anyone can cast on anyone else without any superpowers or books of magic spells. When the curse of deceit is effectively cast, it will alter a person's thoughts and change the way they feel. Our thoughts and our feelings are ultimately what guide the course of our actions. When a person casts the curse of deceit on another person, it has the exact same effect that an evil spirit or demonic entity has. It manipulates their thoughts and their feelings, which guides the course of their actions. It obscures their perception of reality and makes you have feelings about things that don't even exist. And that can make a person do things they would never do. It's almost like being possessed. People should be very cautious if they're ever even thinking about casting this curse on someone else. That curse could come back to haunt them. And I've heard that the repercussions can be very swift and quite severe.
When the casters of curses pass by in hearses, the curses are lifted, and the cursed are gifted.
The Celtic people have very strong beliefs about this kind of thing. They believe that a person's fairness is their strength, and that selfishness is weakness. They believe that a person's honesty is a beautiful trait, and that deceitfulness is ugly. There's an old saying about that. When you're pretty on the inside, the pretty shines through, and pretty soon you're pretty on the outside too. They believe that God generously gave us the gift of guilt to help keep us fair and honest when He can't be there, 'cause He loves us. Guilt will help you make things right so you can be happy. Getting things off your chest is important. If you don't, and you keep the guilt with you, It will eat you alive, from the inside out.
Yikes.
They believe that there's magic in our blood, not just the Irish, but in everyone's blood, and that we can use it for good or we can use it for evil. They believe that when beloved family members pass over, they become your spiritual ancestors, and they protect the family from harm.
I wonder how their powers of protection would work if they were angry because someone misled them or misled someone they loved.
Many people believe that when you pass over, all the mysteries of life become revealed, and all the truths that were kept from you become known.
If all that stuff is true, I guess you can't run from the truth forever. Probably not a good idea to piss off the spirits that protect your family.
A lot of people say that the only thing we can know about the afterlife is that when we go there, we bring all our truths with us, and they won't be denied there. We can either bless the ones we love with honesty, or we can curse them with deceit.
I don't see why anyone would ever do this, especially with all the risks.
This reminds me of the tale of the leprechaun. Not the TV leprechaun that sells marshmallow cereal, but the real leprechaun, the nasty, selfish, deceitful one who lives to guard his pot of gold and never gets to see what's on the other side of the rainbow.
I've heard that you can't kill a leprechaun. You can only free him from his curse. If you try, you become the leprechaun.
The leprechaun has to be nasty because he's small and weak, but the leprechaun has to be deceitful because his truth is something that no one would ever admire.
Maybe the leprechaun doesn't really run to hide. Maybe he's trying to get you to chase him. Who knows? Maybe he wants someone to come and find it.
I guess you shouldn't go chasing leprechauns.
My advice? Don't fall for that one.
Tragic story keeps repeating itself.
Folklore is so interesting.
The brain is where thoughts come from. And the brain controls every function of the human body. So remember, be careful of what happens to your thoughts, because there's no way to know if there's no way to think.
Psychologists have never been able to prove it, but philosophers of logic have hypothesized that because each person's brain has a maximum bandwidth of attention, each lie a person tells has to be stored in that bandwidth long term, because the ego prioritizes it to avoid embarrassment, and thus a person diminishes the bandwidth of attention they have for other thoughts with each lie they tell and have to keep track of.
Based on that logic, telling lies dumbs you down. If a person had to keep track of too many lies, it would eventually become very hard to focus. They could go crazy. Yikes.
That sounds like hell.
Uh-oh.
Wait, some people believe that lying makes you ugly, and some people believe that lying makes you dumb? What if they're both right? Ugh.
Why would someone do that to themselves? Oh.
They say that life is a learning experience, and the lessons we learn the hard way become easy to remember.
Barely normal. Barely normal.
Tune in next time for even more barely normal footage you wouldn't believe, even if it were true.
I think that's a wrap.
Yep, another day. Fun topic.
Hey guys,
What's up?
I had a yogurt in the fridge,
Yeah?
but when I went looking for it this afternoon, it was gone.
Oh no.
Bummer.
Do either of you guys know what happened to it?
I'll get you another one tomorrow, Engelbert. I'm sorry.
Aw.
No, I was just asking because I've been meaning to throw it away. It's from last year.
Oh, gross.
Tell me about it.
Let's get out of here.
Right behind you.
Before she pukes.
I hate that sound.